start that recording right now. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to change screens here so we can get started. Come on. Okay. So now you should see the Eastern Gateway Community College screen. Does everybody see that? Okay. I am going to mute everyone for now just to kind of keep the noise down. But if at any time you have a question or anything, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask. And I do have the chat window open. I'll try to keep an eye on that, but with so many of us on here, I may have a little trouble keeping up with that. The first thing I want to do is show you how to get to the First Day Ready training that's available. I know I've been sending that information out in the weekly action items, but if you haven't seen that, I want to make sure you know how to get there and how to get into Canvas as well at this point. So if we go to the Eastern Gateway Community College website, egcc.edu, and go to the employee portal, which you can go to up here on the top right. And from here, you're going to click on applications. And here we have the Center of Teaching and Learning. This is, I mean, we're looking at specifically Canvas right now, but this is a great location where there's lots of videos and PDFs and that kind of thing for you for LoudCloud, even though we're almost done with that, but also some other forms you may need and that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. But now we're in the Center of Teaching and Learning. We're going to click on Canvas. On this page, you can see we have the training events down the right-hand side, so you can check each week to see when, what time they are, and a little explanation of what we'll be covering that day. And then there's this little getting started Canvas video, and this is basically just to show you how to get where we're going to go right now. So if we scroll down, we have a couple other things here. We have a nice little guide that you can take a look at. The Canvas community, which I'll cover a little bit in a little while. But to log into Canvas, you would just click on here. And it's probably going to take me directly into mine. But normally, if you haven't logged in, it'll take you to a login screen. And you're going to use the same login that you would use to log into LoudCloud or your email or any of those. It's part of the single sign-on. From here, if you go to the Help button, and yours may look a little different than mine, but you will have this Training Services portal. If you click on that, hit Authorize. It'll bring you into the Training Services page. And the class that you want to go through before, in the next, I don't know, couple weeks or so, is this First Day Ready. And it's just basically shows you how to open Canvas, how to create a course, how to do some assignments, that kind of stuff. So this is a class where you go through. Once you've completed it, you will get a certificate. And if you like, you can print that certificate out and send it to HR, and they will put it in your folder, whatever it's called. So that's how you get to the first day training. So any questions on that? Do you need me to go through it again? Is it all right? When do we have to have it completed by? Well, let's see, the term starts in January. So well, our classes will probably be loaded the week before classes start. So I would, the sooner you do it, the better. There's lots of things in there in Canvas for you to look at and help learn the system. So I don't know if there's a specific date, but will classes be loaded for us like they have been? Yes, they will be. Let's see, the term starts January 13th. Classes should be available the week before that for you. Is there a quick link to get to Canvas? Once we do the switch, it'll probably be the link to my classes like you do now, but we haven't made that switch yet. So, okay. Okay, I'll go through those steps one more time just so we can find them. Let me go back. I'll go back to the EGCC website. Go to Employee Portal, Applications, Center for Teaching and Learning. Here we have Canvas. And then if we go down here and go to the Canvas login, once this is the Canvas, this is like your landing page when you get to Canvas, then we would go to Help, the Training Services portal. And the first day ready should be right here for you. If for some reason you get there and that class isn't there, please let me know and we'll get it there for you. I've had a couple that class didn't show up. So if you don't see it, send me an email and let me know. Okay, somebody's asking if you're an advanced user of Canvas. I know we have a lot of instructors that have used Canvas before. These trainings at this point are not mandatory, so if you feel really comfortable with Canvas, you're probably good to go. There's lots of questions coming in chat. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep up with them. So will we still be able to access prior classes in LoudCloud? We are checking into that. I'm hope that we do have all the cartridges from all the classes, so we will be able to get some information. Okay, so the next thing I want to go over a little bit is navigation once you get into Canvas. And for some of those of you that have used Canvas for a long time, and if you can add anything to what I'm saying, that's fine. I've only been using it for 3 or 4 months, so I still have a lot to learn. Okay, so we're at this is where you would land when you come into Canvas. All of you should have a sandbox on your dashboard. If you do not, please email me and I will get one set up for you. We have we kind of did them by instructors that are teaching right now. So if you're a new instructor and you don't have one, I could get one set up for you. We have all these class cards on here. You may have one, you may have more than one. As the terms go on, you're going to add more and more of these cards on here. So if you want to limit it down to how many you want to see, if you go to the courses tab on the left and click on it and go to all courses, you'll see that these have stars on them. These are the ones that are showing up on my dashboard. So to take them off, you would just click on the star. And then if we go back to the dashboard here, this is the dashboard icon. You see now I only have these 3. So that's how you would add and remove classes from your dashboard. You click on courses, go to all courses, and then if you wanted to add one back, you could just put the star here, click on the dashboard icon, and they would appear here. Okay. If you want to change the colors of the cards, you just click on here and you can choose any color, any of these colors, or if you have the hex code, you can put that in there as well. You can also change the nickname of the course here if you like. You know, if you teach in Seed and you want to put the time that it meets or something like that, you can change that here. You can also move them around in different order if you like. I believe you can drag them too, yeah. So you can drag them and, oh, there we go. You can drag them, move them as well. You'll notice this one has a picture on it. So if you want to change the picture, you have to go into the class, go to settings, and click on choose image. And then you can either drag and drop a picture, or you can browse the computer and find a picture. And now, make sure you update it. Now when we go back to the dashboard, you'll see we have a picture on there. Okay, I'm going to look at the chat in a second, sorry. I am going to say the questions are coming in much quicker on chat than I can keep up with them. So if I don't cover something, and you know, and we don't get to it by the end of the session, email me any questions you have, and I'll try to catch up for you. Okay. One thing also on this, since we have put a picture on there, oops. I don't know if you can tell, but the color of the tile is still kind of overlaid. So if you go to the drop down here on the right, oh, it is not. Okay. If it is, it would look like that. So you would need to turn off the color overlay. That way it's only showing the pictures that you have put on there. Okay. Okay, somebody was asking about exporting our current course content. For the last 3 or 4 months, we've been working to move the content from LoudCloud over to Canvas, and we're moving the master courses. So we're going to be doing it in a similar way that we did in LoudCloud, where there will be a master course. The master course will be built, and then when the classes are made, they'll be made from that master course. The enrollments will be automatic. It'll be an integration. So over a couple times a day, as students enroll and drop and add and that kind of thing, they'll be added in automatically through an integration. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Another area on the dashboard that you can look at as well is under the profile, under your account, which is the top icon here. And we can go to profile. I think that's where I want to go. Let me look. Yeah, okay. And this is just, some basic information, but if you wanted to change this to a picture of yourself or whatever, you can do that. Just click on the edit button, the pencil, and you can upload a picture. You can take a picture, hello, or you can use, it'll create a gravatar for you. So if you want to change that picture, you can do that. Also, under settings, when you first log in, it should have your email address, your EGCC email address here, but you can also add your cell phone. Canvas does have an app for both instructors and students, and so you can do communication through your cell phone. The students won't know that it's coming from your cell phone. It'll just look like they're coming from Canvas. So, but to add your cell phone, you would just go to the contact method, put in your cell phone, choose your carrier. It'll make an email address for you, and then you just register it. So you can get that ready. That's about all that's on here. Okay. Okay, thanks guys for helping Danielle, and I know she's having trouble here, and I don't know if she'll come back or not, but okay, so we've done the we've done the account information, okay, let's go back to the dashboard. Actually, I'm sorry, let's go back to account and let's look at notifications. This is the notifications area. You can see you can set a number of notifications to come to you, either your email address or your cell phone. And each one of these, if you choose the check mark, it will be almost immediate that announcement will come to your email. I did read it can take up to an hour maybe for it to populate, but it should come through that pretty quickly. If you choose the clock, it will send the announcements once a day, or you can get a weekly announcement list or whatever notification you're working on if you click the calendar. And if you click the X, that one will not come to you. So the suggestion, I believe, from the trainer last week was, kind of leave it as it is defaulted when you go in, and then, see, because you may get crazy amount of emails or notifications or whatever, and then kind of go in and start making adjustments to what you want to come and what not to come. So those are the notifications. Asking about setting things up for next term. The things that I'm going over now, you can set up now. These are pretty much just, your profile, your notifications, that kind of thing. This is your account and how you'll be notified and that kind of thing. Again, your classes will be available probably about the 6th of January, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, we usually load them around a week before classes start. So that'd be about the 6th, 7th. Will MyOpenMath notifications be included for mathematics? I'm not sure if they'll come from MyOpenMath through Canvas to you. We'll be working with that a little bit here in the next couple weeks, hopefully. Okay. Okay. All right. A couple other things that are here on the left-hand side is a calendar. Okay. And as you get your classes and set your due dates on your assignments, they'll populate here. You also have like a personal calendar here that you can put your personal events on, and your students won't be able to see that. The students will only see their class announcements, their class assignments. These can be drug around in the calendar, which is kind of nice. And some of these will go into a little more depth in the coming weeks. I just wanted to kind of get everybody in, especially to that first day ready, and get you started a little bit. Also, let's see, we have an inbox. Communication does happen within here. You can create messages to your students here. Also, there's the Commons. The Commons is an area where people have created classes and that kind of thing, and saved them out here, so you can go out and find quizzes and pages and different things like that to pull into your courses if you like. And then, of course, there's the help area. Okay, so in the help area, we're going to go again to, this time we're going to go to, you're going to see Search Canvas guides. And one thing that I really like about Canvas after working with LoudCloud is they have lots and lots and lots of resources for us to use to find answers to questions, to things that we need. The link I went to takes us to the instructor guide, and as you can see, they have lots of stuff here. But also, and another thing I found yesterday was, let me see if I can find it again. Okay, the guides. If we go to guides and videos, there are many videos for different, depending what kind of a user you are. There's administrators, instructors, there's lots of instructor videos, and there's also some for students. So I think that we're going to try to make sure the students find these, but this is also something you can direct your students to help them as we get started with Canvas. Let's see. I'm looking at the chat just to see. Like I said, a lot of this we will probably cover in other sessions. Grading, rubrics. We're doing separate sessions on each of these. Okay. Also within within Canvas, let's go back to the home. We've got I just can't, I mean, this is just a place to explore, and I really myself haven't explored it as much as I would like to. I've been too busy getting all the classes moved over and stuff, but I would highly recommend you get in here and look around. You can join groups and talk with other Canvas users, ask questions, start a discussion, write a blog post, all that kind of stuff, and really get lots of good information here. So I would highly recommend you get in and start looking around at those guides and looking at the videos and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so as I said, each of you should have a sandbox. A lot of you are saying it's great, it's easy to use, you love Canvas, that kind of stuff. Are we using SpeedGrader? Yes, we'll be using SpeedGrader. It's available in there. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard. And each of you, like I said, should have a sandbox, and it's completely empty. It's for you to get in there and you know, play around and look at things, and you know, it's just your space. So it should help you out with learning it as well. As you can see, this one, mine is empty right now. To get started, probably the best thing would be to create a module. You can do it either here or here. And I'll show you just a couple things on how to add stuff to this and what you can do. And then, like I said, in upcoming ones, we'll go more into how to create assignments, all the settings and assignments and discussions and quizzes, and just all that kind of stuff. So we're going to start by adding a module, and I'm just going to call this Unit 1. We are still trying to work through a template. So most of the classes start with a template where we are setting up with Unit 1, Unit 2, through Unit 8, and maybe in each one have 2 lessons. So that way we can go between 8 and 16 weeks pretty easily. We have 8 units and 16 lessons. We can break it up with due dates and that kind of thing. So, you know, we can add a module. After we add the module, we can add different things like an assignment or a quiz, files, pages, discussions, all these different options. Pages are what we have in LoudCloud we call resources. So they're basically kind of just where you put lots of your information, I guess. Let's see, we'll call this welcome. Okay, and you know, what else can we put in here? We might have, my mind's going blank here for a second. Well, anyhow, okay, so let's just go into welcome. This is the page. We click on the page and then go to edit. And you can put your information in here. We do have this editor here, so you are able to add things like videos. There's a specific YouTube link which will allow you to search for videos. Let's see. So you can just embed it that way. You can add pictures, you can add a link, insert a link. You can record and upload media here, which has a recording part of it. The only thing we figured out though with using this is we can't close caption it. So we have to be careful of that. And then you have the other options as well. You can also add files here if you like. So if you have a file, I don't know if I have any in here, probably not. But if we go to files over here, upload a file, you can upload one from your computer. Okay, we've got it added and then hit upload. If you click, after you've uploaded, if you click on the file and click link, it will allow you to render the file right within the page so the student will see it. They don't have to download it. So I can show you what that means. So we've got everything in there. We hit save. And obvious, that must not have taken it. It should open right here for you like this. So then the student will see it right there. If we go back to our unit 1, like I said, you can also add assignments. Click on it here, edit, and then you would add your assignment here, the assignment information, set your points, how you want it submitted. And like I said, we'll look at some of these a little more detail later. But these are the kind of things that you can do in your sandbox just to, you know, get comfortable with it and learn how to use the sandbox. Okay, let me see if I can catch up on some of these questions. Okay, I see we've had a number of questions about attendance. We don't have the attendance options in here like we had in LoudCloud. We actually had to search and try to figure out how to do it the best way we could, and it doesn't look like there's an easy way to do it like there was in LoudCloud. It looks like you're going to have to go into your gradebook and find, you know, kind of look through there and see if the assignments have been done. Okay, showing all of this, will we be setting up the work ourselves or will they be set up? The classes will be set up the same way they were in LoudCloud. I'm going over some of this for you as well because we do have some people that are creating courses for us, so we need to maybe look at some of that. Just, you know, so that's why I go over it. You shouldn't have to be adding any classes. Those will all be added for you. When we get a template, are we required to leave it be or are we allowed to adjust? That's always a tough question. You have to leave the assignments as they are. The syllabus can't be changed, that kind of stuff. So you have to keep that in mind. I'm just looking through the chat to see if there's what questions I can cover. Will our previous notifications be included in Canvas? No, I don't believe the notifications, announcements, anything like that will come over from LoudCloud into Canvas. We will be doing the grading in Canvas. We'll look at that at another session. Okay, let me see. Well, we need to do daily and overall attendance. Yes, you will still be doing the attendance in self-service for spring term. Hopefully by summer, that should change. It should automate as we move to a new student information system. The new student information system is still not ready, so you will still be using self-service for spring term. Great. Oh, okay, so Rashida says that if you go to the grade book, you can go to the assignment for the week and click the 3 dots, messages, message students. Oh, yeah, you were okay. Message students who have not submitted. If you do this, then you can see who has not submitted any work for that week. Okay. I don't think I can show you that because I don't have any students. So we may have to look, I'll have to do a little research and see if I can find an example and get that out there. What enhancements will Campus Cloud have? I am not sure. I don't know a whole lot about that yet, so we'll have to see. Okay. And, you know, that's really basically all I was going to cover today, just to kind of get you started and get you in there looking around. You know, if you ever have any questions, please, you can email me. If, you know, that's the way I learn this kind of thing the best, is by questions from you. It makes me dig in and look for things. So, but like I said, the Canvas guides, the Canvas help desk, I mean, even if you Google something and you're looking for something, you know, you can find it just by Googling it, and it'll, you know, they've got some really great resources out there. Did you say the training certificate is required? I don't believe the training certificate is required, but you know, you can send it to HR and they'll put it in your folder for you. Will there be videos on the portal for the students too? That's something I need to start thinking about, and because we want to make sure the students are prepared as well. It's going to be a transition again, so we're doing the best we can to make it a good one. I think that's all I have for you, and hopefully I'll see many of you again next week. Thanks, everybody.